Do you guys think music scores in films these days suck? Because I'm starting to think they just really do suck. Well, we got F1, Hans Zimmer's theme, and honestly, the soundtrack to that is very good. I was actually blown away watching it. It's like, damn, the only person that can nail themes is Hans Zimmer? That's it? Nobody else? I honestly expected a lot more out of Michael Giacchino for First Steps. I just thought the theme to that was kind of cringe. I don't know if you guys have felt that way, but that's what I got from it. There's just something about it that seems off. And there's something about score for the Batman, it was just so much better. That theme is just light years ahead of First Steps. So I don't really know what's happened as well. Have they lost the passion for music? Because a lot of the themes, I just don't hear them anymore. You think a movie like Captain America, A Brave New World would have a very good theme. I don't remember any of the music in there. I don't even know who the composer is. It's just mind-boggling to me. And that's why I'm here asking you guys, like, what do you guys think? Do you think music scores are just not what they used to be? We're not gonna ever see themes like Star Wars by John Williams or anything like that anymore. They just kind of almost seems like Hollywood just pumps out some generic crap and that's it. And they're like, hey guys, that's good enough. We don't need any more. It just, every time I watch movies, I'm so fascinated by the music in the film. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear a good theme. But there's so many themes that I just don't remember. Just think of Jurassic Park Rebirth. Basically, I can't remember his name. What is his name? Alexander Desplat? Or I don't even know how to pronounce his name. But anyways, there's just nothing memorable about it. A slightly different version of the Jurassic Park theme, just kind of modified, and that's it. It's just basic cookie cutter. Then we got the Superman theme, and I really wanted to like it. It wasn't quite what I wanted. It's just another rehashed version of John Williams' score. That's it. And John Murphy made an awesome score for 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later. Like, that theme is awesome. But Superman, it's hit and miss. I think some people probably enjoy it, whereas I kind of didn't. And I think that's where I do think Man of Steel's theme is so much better, is because it was original. It wasn't just a copy of John Williams' score. And I think that's why I liked it a lot more. And it still gave you those highs of, especially when he goes on the flight scene. That scene is absolute perfection. In my opinion anyway. But I do think that's what's missing, is we're missing those memorable themes. And that's why I'm saying I think they just need to push more memorable things in general. We need those themes to really knock it out of the park. I think they kind of forget how much music has such a big impact on films. It makes you really convey the emotions, and it really makes everything feel a lot more epic. You go on this journey with these characters. I want to feel it, and I want to feel those emotions and push it harder than, say, like the previous scene. I want to feel those things. But a lot of movies, they just don't have that. It's just basic cookie cutter, and that's it. I don't even think Thunderbolts had a theme. I don't remember a theme for Thunderbolts. Was there even a Thunderbolts theme? Because it's definitely not memorable. Well, I guess even 28 years later, where was the theme? Where was the theme in that? They just decided not to have a theme. They had to give us some Teletubby crap and Power Rangers stuff. I'm just blown away by that film still. But that's what I'm saying, is there really isn't a whole lot of good music scores. Because I love hearing good music scores when I'm working out. I don't know if you guys do that as well, but I love that. I love to think about that scene in the film and just feel epic, and then you're just like, oh yeah, I'm just pumping weights and such. That's what I want to feel. I want to feel, especially like the F1 theme, that it's so good. A lot of people say, yeah, this isn't like Hans Zimmer's like best. I don't think it's his best work either, but out of all the crap we've gotten this year, I do think that's the best theme. And I guarantee you, Sinners by Ludwig Göransson, or whatever this shit his name is, he's gonna probably win an Oscar because it's all political. He's probably gonna win an Oscar for Sinners. And I'm just thinking to myself, why? It's not even that good. I don't remember pretty much anything from Sinners. That's what's crazy. I remember like the jazz stuff and the blues kind of stuff, but I don't remember too much from it. That's what I'm kind of getting at. Where is the music where, especially when you're watching on Jurassic Park, there's nothing better than that theme coming on even at the end, where they're off in the helicopter, and it's just, it's so good. I think we were just way too spoiled back then, and man, just thinking about all the great stuff we used to get, took it for granted completely. Took it way too much for granted. I want to bring back that feeling, and we actually did have some great stuff in Big Man Rising, which I'm actually really proud of. There's a composer we got, his name's Josh Andres, and he did phenomenal on this film. I'm really excited about the music, for people to hear the music on this film, because it really engages the story, and it's something a lot of indie films don't have anymore either. Why aren't the indie films pushing good music in their films? Sure, Warfare had its reasons for being realistic, but that's it. I don't know what's exactly happened with music composing. I love music so much from films that I listen to it while I work out. And that's just awesome in my opinion, because it just really engages you and you really feel those emotions. And you're like, yeah, this music makes me feel pumped. It's exactly like Mad Max Fury Road. That's a great example of, what's his name? Tom Hockenberg, I think his name is. And it just sounds really good. That's the kind of stuff you're pumped, you're amped for. That's missing in Hollywood, and especially in a lot of films. Just overall, films in general, you don't really remember these things. And I want to. But there's such unmemorable scores every single time. Sure, not every song from a film is gonna be amazing, but I want to have at least those 1 to 5 that are really good. They really elevate the film. And that's why I think F1 so far has the best theme of the year. Even though I think Sinners is gonna win a lot of awards because it's just very political. And they don't want to come off as racist. That's just the way it is. And that's sad. But honestly, who gives a crap about the Oscars anyway? I couldn't care. I used to care. Not anymore. I couldn't even care. It's whoever wins, cool. Good for them. There's no reason a $200 million film like Captain America, Thunderbolts, Superman, I was okay. But there's so many scores that are so subpar, or I would just say mid overall. They're just very forgettable. There's not enough, what would you call it, like passion in it. And I do think overall the passion for films has been missing as of late. I wish there was some push for the music composers to make something really good. I don't know if the studios aren't allowing it or what it is, but it seems like Hans Zimmer makes pretty good scores every single year. Look at Dune Part 2. It's really good. That ending was awesome. So, where is that? There's one guy that can really pull it off, and that's it? Well, I do think, overall, there's a lack of passion and love for films, and I think that's why a lot of these scores from these movies aren't that great. Just a lot of people's souls are gone, essentially. Just a bunch of robots doing their jobs, and that's it. There's a lack of love and passion for the craft of creating movie scores. It's really sad, honestly. It's really sad, especially the past 5 years now. Since after 2019, everything just went downhill, and you're trying to figure out what it is, and I've been trying to figure out like what it is for so many years. And yeah, I think that's what it is, just the lack of love or passion within the films itself. So if they feel very cookie cutter basic, it's probably what you're gonna put out. But at the same point, a lot of indie films are like that as well. And the one indie film I can think of is like Terrifier. I don't really remember too much music from that, or even a theme. I can't really remember a theme. There's other things I remember from those films, but a theme isn't necessarily one of those. I don't know if they're just not trying hard enough. Studios just meddling with things, or they don't have the budgets to pull it off. But in a way, they should have the budget to pull it off. I know a lot of the best music has been made already, but at the same point, Hans Zimmer seems to keep pulling it off. And that's probably why he's really the best in the modern age. But I also think there's a lot of composers out there that could score really good films, but they're just not being seen as much, maybe. I do think Ludwig Göransson, I do think his score for Oppenheimer wasn't as good as Tenet's score, in my opinion. I think he tried a lot more with Tenet's score than he did with Oppenheimer's. Even though, granted, I do like the theme in that. That always seems to be the case. It's very interesting how Nolan's films always have good music. Maybe it's because he just knows so much about music that his films just come out with that way. Maybe he just loves films so much and he has such a passion for it. That's what he gets out of the composers. I'm thinking that could be it, because every single movie he does has really good music, but almost every single one. Now that I think about it, yeah, Interstellar. Well, most of it's done by Hans Zimmer, but Ludwig there, he's really good as well. Just I don't know what happened with Sinners. I just don't think that's his best work, by far. Like, just not very good. But yeah, it does make you think what it is exactly. Is it the director? I don't know. Or maybe people think music's just an afterthought. Say 10 years ago, there's a lot more films that had really good themes, and it just seems like it's not happening anymore. It does make you really wonder what is going on. And I guess it goes for the same as your films. I think a lot of films would be even worse if these composers weren't part of it, because music does convey quite a bit. So if they take all these decently very good composers out, which I would say almost the best of the best, and you get rid of them, well, who knows? Maybe they need some new composers in there. Because the only one that seems to be at least trying is Hans Zimmer, and that's it. I do know about music here and there. It's not like I know everything about music, but it does convey so much emotion, especially during the scenes. And a lot of people don't get that. I'm also a filmmaker as well. That's what a lot of people don't get. Is like, I do comprehend these things. I do see how music, you can take a bland scene almost and just add a bit of music to it, and it changes the scene completely. Like, a lot of people don't actually see that, where you can take away, say you take away the music from, say, Superman, for example. Would it nearly be as good as it is? Probably not. And I don't think a lot of people comprehend that. I think if a lot of people were filmmakers, I think they would get that music is so damn important, and it can just amplify even the crappiest films. My film Bagman, it's not good, but the score from it is actually half decent. It's cheesy, it's fun, it fits the vibe, and I do think the music in there is the best part of the film. That's how underrated music is. It can take a crap film and make it so much better, and that's what it is. Like, just imagine if for example, if Captain America Brave New World had a good theme, just think about how much better that would be. And I think to myself, I would have probably would have liked it more than what it is. It's not very good, but I think I would have liked it even more, just because if it had a theme, I would be like, damn, that really stands out. The story might be shit, but yeah, that theme was really damn good. I think that could help. I also do think F1 story is kind of hit and miss as well, but the way the music was composed and the way, I guess there's a lot of few things in there, especially the intro credits, just it was really good. I was blown away by it, even though the story isn't the best, but at the end of the day, that's what I remember from that film. And obviously cinematography and all that, but that's one of the biggest things that I remember from that film. I don't remember too much lines besides he's flying, essentially, and that's what I remember. But other than that, yeah, that's kind of what I remember. You know what? I'd love to know your thoughts on music scores. Tell me what you guys think. Have they been good, or are they kind of disappointing overall? Because I do think a lot of the streaming services, most of their music sucks on there. I don't remember anything. It's just cookie cutter basic crap, especially from Netflix. It's basic vanilla. I'm not gonna remember this in the next day. Music has been so underutilized, and it's just such a missing element to a good film. There's a reason all these previously good films had such good scores, if you really think about it. Sure, I don't remember so much about Fight Club's theme. I just remember it's a good film. I enjoy it. So it did something a little bit better in that regard. I actually kind of forget what was the last song was, but who knows? I'll have to look it up. I always ponder these thoughts as to why. Why are films like this? Why is this so good, but the rest isn't? And I guess Nolan's films is a great example. Even though people think he's overrated, he always seems to have some level of charm to his films, but no one can deny his films have very good music. So there has to be some correlation between the two. That's just how I think of it anyway. Honestly, just tell me your favorite movie score of the year. That's what I'd like to know. Is it the same as mine, or is it different? Did you like some other movie score or not? If you guys enjoyed this video, watch more of these videos, because they're the best.